Hi Carrie, Heather Cuesta here. This is week 5, assignment 2. We're looking at your value studies on the left and your color studies on the right. Now Carrie, first of all, I think your composition is developing nicely. I couldn't tell from your thumbnails that this was supposed to be a pagoda type of building. It really just looked like a little cottage to me in the very first thumbnails. So I'm very pleased to see the development in detail and composition. You've done a very nice job developing this drawing here. Now, Carrie, I'd like to go over with you something about the purpose of the value study. The purpose of the value study is to work out the darkest darks and the lightest lights before you begin working in color. You want to decide how these dark areas are going to support your composition and where you want your whitest whites and your bright highlights. And all of these values that you establish in your value study should translate to your color study too. So although this is in color, this should have the very same set of values. So for example, this darkest dark right here, that matches up okay, although I don't think this is quite as dark as that. Now take a look at this area in particular. Okay, what you've done here is basically switch it. This is one of your darkest areas on your value study, but it's reversed here. It's one of the lightest areas on your color study. So I would ask you in the next assignment to use your value studies as a tool for figuring out your darkest darks and your lightest lights. That's the whole purpose of them. Okay, same thing's going on here. One of the lighter areas is this pale gray, 20-30% gray roof. And it's reversed over here in the color study. It's gone quite dark. So as for values, the idea is to take a look at your value study and decide which is the strongest composition. Okay, now both of your value studies are very nice, but there's some things going on here that you might want to fix up. Okay, this midturn of gray right here. Okay, you might want to bring that down here, because you've got this very light, this sunlight streaming in and really washing out this building, and you'll need something, a darker value to support these lighter lights. So I would suggest going a little darker on your value there, which will refocus your composition right here where it belongs, right on this sunlit face of the building. Okay, so work on these values and translate them over here. Okay, use most of the students don't have a large array of markers, as you've indicated in your narrative, but you can use what you have to build up the values to match up with the grays. So just use your layering technique and build up those values. So Carrie, I think you're off to a beautiful start here. Just watch those values, and you might want to practice rendering your water here a little more. Get those reflections in there, get that softness around the edges. So overall, Carrie, lovely, lovely work. Thank you very much.